Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Seering. I'm just using my technology here, hopefully, to help with the online physical education that we're going to have to do here for a little bit. Hopefully, we can get back here on April 6th. But in the meantime, we're going to do the best we can and things to help you out. On this slideshow, I'll have links and a couple of little motivational things to help you out. And if you have any questions, again, you can email me or Google Hangout. Um, it's a little picture of me. Oop. So hopefully everyone's doing well, best you can, and hopefully your families and everyone else, your neighbors, your grandparents, keep track of those guys as well. But I'm here to connect with you any way I can during this time. So I know a lot of you have connections, relationships. So I'll be here for you as best I can, as I know all the other teachers are and other staff members here at LC Intermediate. So remember, the biggest thing I can tell you from this whole video is, and during this time, is do what you can when you can, and that'll be enough. Everyone has different circumstances, and we just got to do the best we can, and we'll make it work. So again, this is the online version for March 23rd through 27th. Expectations simply are try to get some activity time inside or outside. So as of I'm doing this taping right now, I can hear it raining outside, so probably not a great idea to be outside. But if you can get outside, get fresh air, do that. If not, there's plenty of things you can do inside. Your goal should be to get at least 20 to 30 minutes of activity a day. If you can do that, that's the minimum. That's what you hopefully can get. If you can do more, great. If you can do things with your family, that's even better. Again, if for some reason you can't do it, do your best with what you have, and that'll be enough. So some activities you can do, some of the things that we discussed on Tuesday in each homeroom when I spoke to all of you. We talked about so many different things, so I think all of you have a pretty good idea of what you can do. But I'll give you some ideas of indoor and outdoor activities. There's a couple links here for Beachbody workouts. Maybe some of your parents have heard of some of the like T25, but they have things for kids, Brain Pop, a lot of activities on there. And I'm sure other teachers are using that as well. And then I'm going to give you some other physical education resources that you can use. Big thing again, we talked about cheese pizza, sausage, pepperoni, and supreme, the old pizza grading scale. 20 to 30 minutes, that's cheese pizza, that's good enough. I mean, if you can get that, it's good. Everyone likes cheese pizza. 30 to 40 minutes, a little sausage, pepperoni, a couple extra ingredients, a little extra work, a little bit more time. And the last one, Supreme, 50 to 60 minutes or even more if you want. Supreme is a lot more extra ingredients, which means more work, more time, more effort. So any one of these is fine, and based on your day and what you're given for your situation at home, again, do what you can. And I'll trust that you will do that, and hopefully it can relieve some stress, anxiety, but also hopefully can build up your immune system, as we've talked about, to keep yourself the best health and wellness that you can, to hopefully avoid anything that might be coming. Little reminder for everyone to get out of your fishbowl. I think this whole experience has taught us that, I don't know if we got out of our fishbowl, but we might have been, our little tank here might have tipped over and we had to jump out a little bit. But the biggest thing is to, again, be there for your family, your friends, your neighbors, grandparents, and us me as a parent and as a teacher in this community. I know everyone knows a little bit of how things are going to go, and we don't really know how things are going to go, and every day it changes. So all I would expect is to do your best, and we'll get through it together. That's what families do, and that's what teams do, and that's what we do here at Luxemburg-Casco. What we discussed at school, indoor body movements, flexibility, games, Just Dance if you have the option to do that on YouTube, and then Tabata. So I'm going to just show you these highlighted areas are links. So if you click on this, what it's going to show you here is some different body movements, and I shared some with you here. On the left side, you can see there's skipping, mountain climbers, burpees, planks, and then if you don't have a Bosu ball, you can just balance on one leg. If you have weights or body bars, you can use that. And jumping rope, you could jump rope with a jump rope, or if you just use your hands. But the biggest thing here I want to show you is always check this with your parents or your guardian to make sure it's safe. I don't want you doing something that you shouldn't be doing. All right, so there are some examples here. There's a whole ton of them. Back to Tabata, if you remember, that is when you do an exercise for 20 seconds and then take a 10-second rest. I know on iTunes, you can purchase them. I know on YouTube, you can just search for Tabata, and you can do that. You can just take a stopwatch. You can look at your clock. You can just roughly guess. But on here, I created a slideshow for Tabata. If you click on that, there's a whole ton of them. So if you see this, for example, again, Tabata is a warm-up. You could do a jump rope for 20 seconds and then rest. You can run or jog in place or outside. Then you just repeat those two movements. Another option, we talk about flexibility. You could jump rope, do your Frankensteins, jump rope, do some knee huggers, and just alternate. Another option here is to do just basic body movements, push-ups, planks, and in this example, I did 8 exercises. You just do them one time each. So if you go through all these, I got some higher level things here for maybe some of the alert kids, or anyone can do it. There's a whole bunch of them on there. You can scroll through. I would encourage you, again, if you can try one of those during the week, that'd be great. For outdoor activities, walking, jogging, biking, playing outside, find some sports equipment you have in the garage or in the house, jump rope, hula hooping, whatever you have. Other things to think about, there's pedometers, or you can kind of create your own chart. So I have a link on here. And as you can see, this is just an example of one I had in the past. You could just kind of simply put something for the month. You could go weekly. It's up to you. This is just an example I wanted to show everybody, just to kind of, you can mark down the steps that you had. Other things, you can have tracking devices. You know, maybe you have a watch or a fitness watch. There's apps if you have your phone, if your parents have one. You can take pictures of an activity that you're doing. You can email me, share them. It'd be great. You can share them on Google Drive, or you can email me. Anything you want to do just to kind of keep yourself accountable. The Beachbody workouts, this is a little page just for that. There's like Shaun T and Tony Horton and a bunch. They're more famous people who do fitness videos. But what they're doing right now, because of the situation that we're in, is having a free access to their videos. So if you click where it says videos here, it'll take you to the website, and each link is about 20 to 30 minutes in length. So again, if you did that, that would take care of your cheese pizza for the day. There's different things here. You can see different videos. You can click on them. There's a whole bunch. There's probably about 20 or 30 of them. So again, that's an option. Again, you can do that once a day. You could do a Tabata once. You could do one of these. So they're all linked right here. Another one is the Brain Pop activities. That's a website I think many of the teachers have used, and I know Mr. Cluboff shared that with me. So I looked at it, and there's a number of things on there that we can use. If you click on this link, the red one, it should take you there. I logged in and I just saved that website address. And if you look on here, there's back to school, body systems, emotions. It's more mental and emotional health, but there's also one here on the bottom for sports and fitness. If you click on that, there's different sports, different activities. So if I picked basketball, if you click on that, it will then go to an area here where there's different options. You can take a quiz on basketball, like where basketball was invented. You can make a movie. There's challenges. You could have a book. They'll give you some resources on a book you can have that relates to basketball, worksheets on what you think about basketball. But there's many activities you can do. So the key here is you can look at anything. There's topics. There's soccer, safety in the water, first aid. But there's also then again more of the mental and emotional health. If you're looking at different courage and perseverance, more of a leadership idea. Just a whole bunch of things to look at. Again, if you could look at one of these a day, that'd be great too. If that does not work, this is a link here to the homepage, and you can use the username and password here given for all of our students at Luxemburg-Casco, Anyone can use them, K through 12. Other physical education resources, I have a calendar here for March and April I was able to find. If you click on the March calendar, it'll go to a PDF file that I have. So it has a day on here, and the purpose again is to try to do one activity for a healthier lifestyle. Again, if you need a family member or someone with supervision, please make sure you do that. Don't do that on your own. You don't have to print this out. Some of us don't have printers. I know I don't, but you can just, again, write this down or just check it off manually in your head. So today is March 19th. So perform a squat jump while naming the continents. So you get a little geography there. You can the next day take a walk. The following day, how many food groups are there? And then do 5 plank jacks. So there's different things on here. There's also days that we've obviously missed, but you can kind of look at that as an option. And then I have one for April. And then there's another thing here I put. You can have an activity log, and we talked about that in class. The biggest thing with that is it just helps you keep accountable for how many minutes you're doing, and just keeps you thinking about what your goal is each day. If you don't happen to meet your goal, maybe the next day you can do a little bit more. So if I only was able to get 10 minutes one day, maybe the following day I'm going to do 40. And the other thing we talked about was you don't have to do this all in a row. If you want to get 60 minutes and be a supreme, you can do 20 in the morning, 20 in the afternoon, and 20 in the evening. Or you could do 20 in the morning and 40 in the afternoon. It's up to you. So as an example, there's a log sheet here. And this just simply shows you, again, day 1, just list down an activity. I was outside. Maybe activity 2, I was walking with my family for 15 minutes. And then maybe I did just dance for 15 minutes. So that equals 60, 30 plus 15 plus 15. So these are 2 weeks here. Again, you do not have to print this out, but you can have a journal or a little notebook at home. There's a version in Spanish as well. And then I have an example here of one I found. This is just what it would look like. Again, you can just go again Sunday through Saturday, just write down the minutes. You can be more reflective and talk about what you did and how you felt afterwards. The main point is do what you can. That'll be enough. So whatever you can do, I think that'll be great. Big thing here, if you remember the story, Be the Buffalo. Again, I think this is true not just for when I've talked, but we're definitely facing something that we've never faced before, and we can either run away from it, or we can just be strong for ourselves and our family and take on that storm. And if we do that together, we're going to get through it quicker. So just a reminder to be the buffalo. And then again, something I've done for myself, but if you have a little notepad or a little note sheet, a little card like this, a little yellow notepad, stick-em pads like this. I wrote this down. It's from Dr. Fred Johnson on Leadership Initiative 1 class that I've taken. Just says, I'm not afraid, I believe in me, and I am enough. And I think during this time, again, it's just a constant reminder to believe in yourself, that whatever you're doing is going to be enough, and don't be afraid. Don't fear. Just have a little faith. Again, thanks again for everything. If you have any questions or you need to connect, you can contact me at my email address here, Google Hangout, and I'll try to make some videos once or twice a week just to connect. And my goal is to try to contact a couple people from each homeroom weekly or daily, actually, just to see how things are going. And then if you do contact me, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Again, stay strong, believe in yourself, be the buffalo, and we're Spartans, and we'll get through this together. So love you all, and we'll see you all soon.